This show is sponsored by BetterHelp.
If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule.
Visit betterhelp.com/poundcast today to get 10% off your first month.
That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/poundcast.
This show is also brought to you by lvjco.com. lvjco.com is where you can find our favorite jerky, Louisville vegan jerky. This is plant-based jerky made in Louisville. And if you go to lvjco.com and order this delicious, flavorful, mouth-watering, tongue-blowing jerky, you can get 20% off your entire order by using the code word Poundcast. It's as simple as that. lvjco.com and use the code word Poundcast.
It's bagged in the United States, shelf life of 9 months, loads of different flavors, fun flavors and classic flavors. The choice is yours. And you can find it also at stores such as Whole Foods and Sprouts and so forth.
Absolutely. So once again, lvjco.com. Use the code word Poundcast, 20% off. Look, on today's show, me and Brent are going one-on-one. We were recording it on Zoom, and then the internet went out in my area. So then I called in. We finished it off on the phone, and that's what you're listening to now. And you know what? We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you can hear, and that fun continues. We do the regular show, have some fun. We have even more fun in the Unzipped. And what is Unzipped? Well, it's something that you can get into by joining the Patreon, because this show is also brought to you by people like you. Patreon.com/poundcast, and it gives you access to the unzipped portions of the show, which are just sort of extended episodes, and other little bonus things too sometimes, but mostly that. So, we listen to the bulk of the phone messages we listen to are in the Unzipped on this episode.
That's
so you might
right,
want to check
Brent.
that out.
That's right, Brent. Patreon.com/poundcast. Be a supporter of our show because you love it. You deserve it. You want to get unzipped. Get unzipped today.
YouTube.com/thepoundcast if you want to watch it, and you can see how the lighting changes in my space and how Doug is just going to be a still image probably for the most of the episode. But yeah, you can check out Instagram and TikTok and Twitter. It's all The Poundcast. And yeah, is that it? I mean, I have a couple things to mention, but yeah.
Well, should we roll the clip?
No, I just wanted to say March 17th, Cannon Beach Comedy Festival. It's a Friday night, St. Patrick's Day. And I will do a St. Patrick's Day based joke. So check it out. Look it up online. Cannon Beach, Oregon is where that is. That's where they shot part of Goonies. And I also wanted to mention some positive news, actually, in my world. The Gangster Party line has been reanimated, has been rehabilitated, or has been revived. That's what I meant. The Gangster Party line has been revived. The number is back. Not the podcast, but just the number works again now.
That's excellent, Brent. I'm happy for you. I would like to mention that if anyone's in Austin, I will be at South by Southwest performing with Eric Andre and other excellent people such as Reggie Watts on March 11th at Esther's Follies. But I believe you have to have some kind of South by Southwest badge to get in. And I might be doing something on the 12th too. We'll see.
That's cool.
That's kind of cool, yeah. And we got to mention one other thing. Me and Brent are doing a live Poundcast in Nevada City, April 7th So if you live in Northern California, in Nevada City, anywhere up there, you're going to want to start planning now for this trip because it's going to be a live Poundcast. We need as many Pound Pimples in the crowd as we can get.
We want it to
And
be a
we're going
rager.
to exclusive videos. Brent and maybe I will do a little set before the show or after the show or something. It's just going to be a night of Doug and Brent in Nevada City, California. One of my favorite places ever.
I hope to see you there.
I'll see you there, Brent. And I guess we could roll the clip.
Okay, let's roll the clip. Roll the clip.
Doug and Brent talking to each other. Doug and Brent, what will they talk about today? Doug and Brent are talking to some pimples. Doug and Brent will talk to their friends. And Doug and Brent talking on the Poundcast.
And welcome to the Poundcast. It's just going to be a one-on-one today with me and Brent. My name is Doug, and this is Brent.
And my name is Brent.
Yeah. And I had a busy week, so we're gonna let this one rip and just see where we go. From here. I noticed you have a piece of artwork behind you.
Oh yeah.
That's something new. That's kind of something different.
You're right. It is. It is something different. Yeah. I mean, the truth of I don't know if it's that interesting to talk about, but I was looking for a piece of.
Did you paint
a landscape? No, I didn't paint. it. There was a landscape painting. I wanted a landscape painting, but just a regular kind of one, a regular kind of. I don't know, just not. I wasn't looking for a snow stage, but. Anyway, I was given this as a gift because I was looking for a landscape painting, but it was a little cold for where I wanted to put it, so I put it up here.
Well, that's always the best art to have, is art that's been gifted to you or art you've made yourself. That would be cool if somebody was like a real penny pincher and they wanted, to put art up, but they didn't want to pay a dime.
Right. So they
took like boxes that they found, cardboard boxes, use that as the canvas and paint with things they find around the house, mustards, some doo-doo if you need the brown, or, some white, maybe you get some white out laying around. Wouldn't that be cool? That'd be cool. Art from an artist, and it's all stuff that artist finds for free. Not, it's kind of cheating if somebody donates you paint or something.
Right. No,
100% recycled art,
or just painting with non-paint.
Yeah, well, that's been done before. I'm talking stuff you find around.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, non-paint, yeah, for sure.
I guess
what could we use for red? Blood,
nail polish. Oh,
yeah,
nail polish maybe.
I don't have it. What if you're a person like me who doesn't use lipstick? Or I'm sure you might have some laying around, but I don't.
Yeah, my girls are always leaving their stuff for here, I gotta tell them to pick up after themselves, But what could you use for blue?
You could use
what is a food that would work?
There's pens everyone's got pens laying around, right?
Oh, okay. Use
some blue ink in the pen.
Yeah,
it's not really, it's ink, so that's not really paint. I guess you could use some kind of,
I guess, what
foods that are blue. Blueberries.
Yeah, what's a blue? Yeah, does that give you the kind of blue that you want though? Because that the mustard is definitely really good for yellow. I mean, you really could get some good yellow out of that, right?
Yeah, but when it dries, it turns more into a kind of a brown, huh?
That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it.
That's the
It's kind of
that's the
like
beauty of it, right? You paint a sun with mustard, and it's a brown sun in the sky, and that's the beauty
and
of it.
it sets right before your eyes in a way. Um, did you ever? Did you ever go through a phase of not liking mustard? Because I did, and I, and that phase, I should say, lasted a long time, maybe 20 years or something. And then all of a sudden I realized mustard is good.
I love mustard, but some of those hot brown ones are a little. I prefer the classic yellow.
No, me too. I prefer yellow too because
I'll always go yellow, and I put so much of it on. It'll give me more and more.
well, what I like about it is all it is turmeric and mustard seed and vinegar and maybe salt or something like that. It's and it's, if you look at really even just kind of regular cheap brand mustard, there's nothing in it, which is cool. I mean, it's very, there's not a lot of junk in it. It's just very pure kind of ingredient content,
Not to switch gears too quickly, but
sorry, I was switching gears from the paint, but anyway, yeah.
Before we started, I was looking through the annoyances people have sent.
Yeah.
And I got some there's a few ones in here that we haven't gotten to. And those are always fun for me to try to solve people's problems.
Did you want to hit one?
Let's hit this one coming in from Sweden here. He says, "Sup, Doug and Brent. I have a problem and need a solution. At my school, there's these people who attend a musical program, and they keep singing corny musical songs in the hallway when I try to study." You've seen these you remember these types from high school, the theater kids who are always singing and performing all over the place. He says, or she, should I just tell them to shut up or do something more drastic? I mean, telling them to shut up is kind of drastic already, but
yeah, I already know what to do, but is there more?
What are you going to do? That's it.
I mean, I would say this is a common approach that we've used for these situations like this, but you learn the songs and you sing right along with them. You get into it. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, not for the sake of learn to love it. It's not that, although you might learn to love it, but more the point is, kind of just do it with them and see how they react to that. I mean, it might make them uncomfortable to sing it near you or to sing it in your area because they think, oh, that guy's going to start singing with us or whatever, or girl or whatever.
Yeah.
And they'll say, and so if you learn the lyrics and next time you hear them, you start going real, 10 times the amount they're going, it might shake things up in a way that works out in your favor.
Yeah. They might be like, oh, great. This guy's going to sing. Brent's gonna sing along with us. We better just hold it till we get to our music class. Let's hold it. They're like, hold it. Like, what's a song? Like, let it. Or when they see you, that when let it go. Like, what's a musical song? That song.
That's from Frozen, I think, right?
Yeah, Frozen.
It's from Frozen.
That's a musical, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But what's a common musical song?
Rent. I mean, I feel like the kids who do that kind of stuff, when I hear kids singing musical music in high school, I think of Rent.
So it's like,
I think
26,000, whatever that song is.
575,600 minutes. That thing.
So yeah,
575,600 minutes.
So what you could do, just to sweeten the pot,
you could sing badly.
Just to add a little vinegar to the mustard, is sing it off key or like monotone. Like start singing that song. Wait, how does it go? 500, 600. What are the words?
I mean, I'm kind of riffing the number, but it's something like 575,600 minutes.
Sing a really simple lyric.
How do you measure Measuring love.
Okay, sing that part.
How do
How do
you
you
measure?
measure in
Measuring
love?
love.
Scream it at them like really loud, but smile like you love it. Like, I love singing too. I think that'll
It makes
do
me
it.
actually kind of think of another approach where you don't even sing. You just sort of get in their mix and just be really into it, or start dancing to it and stuff, whatever they're singing. Just start,
Or do
maybe start grinding.
yeah. Well, I was gonna say get a little sexy with it, like, oh yeah.
Right.
Start humping the air.
Or start grabbing your crotch in a Michael Jackson kind of way, you know?
Yeah, start grabbing your crotch.
Yeah. Humping the air, pelvic thrusts. I guess, just go overboard with being into it, either by singing, by dancing, by just, freaking and, or just getting in their mix or just looking at them and smiling. I mean, here, check this out. Start singing. Watch this. You come up to them.
500, 600,000 minutes says that's the amount of time it. Okay, let's go to class, guys.
I mean, that was a visual thing for the visual watchers, but I was just kind of smiling, looking at them
It was
in a way that,
hardcore stare down.
yeah, maybe they felt uncomfortable, So
Let me pause it. I gotta
think
pause 1 second because I spilled my tea just a little bit.
For everyone who's listening, my internet just went out mid Poundcast. I just got a text from Spectrum. There's a service outage. Techs are working to restore service. So, yeah, it's confirmed. So now, if you're watching this, I have to call in on audio only. So you'll probably just see a still of my face.
Oh, it's actually, what it's showing me is just a icon of a phone, a green circle with a phone symbol on it. So it's not even that.
Well, maybe, Zach could just simply put a still of my face. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, got it. That makes sense.
Regardless of what you see,
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I didn't even think about that.
Here's where I left off. There's a new complaint or a annoyance from Miwa.
Oh, Miwa.
Says, yeah, she says something that annoys her is parents who choose to ignore their misbehaving child or children, punishing the rest of the surrounding adults. It is as if they assume we all enjoy the company of strangers' children. So, right off top, top is you can just start playing with the kids. Like, just do what the kids do. If the kids are like, meh, you just get up and start screaming and when you were a kid, when somebody like copies you, if you like take a step, they take a step, and then about that is like really annoying. Like, you just do that to the kid. Whatever they do, just mimic their behavior.
Right.
Or get in. The same thing with the loud singing, theater kids from Sweden. You can get into it. Just like, I love your kid's so great.
Yeah, if you do, I mean, yeah, the kid, if you just act pretty creepy about the kid, they're going to make sure they take the kid away from you, And so that's actually kind of a pretty good idea. Actually, I think that would actually work more effectively even than the singing thing, because, if a kid is being, obnoxious around you and you start just being really friendly towards the kid and stuff, and maybe tell the kid some secrets. You know what I mean? The parents will say, "What did he just tell you?" What?
Make the parents hear, so they can hear. Say, "Hey, I got a secret, but don't tell your parents. Come over here and let me tell you." Like, let them hear that you're telling them a secret.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Like, don't do anything. Don't actually do anything creepy, but just kind of maybe just stand really close to them and smile and like.
Yeah.
Something.
Don't tell them. I mean, actually, you can tell them a secret, but make sure the parents hear you say the word secret. Like you said, just go, hey, do you want to hear a secret? Okay, don't tell your parents. And then you go up to the kid and then whisper in the kid's ear and say, I really like toast. Or something like that, or whatever. Just something, something just, harmless. But, or
you
just
say my favorite color is blue, or something harmless like that.
Yeah.
I like bicycles.
My favorite color is blue. Shh.
My favorite crayon is violet.
I grew up in Los Angeles.
I like ice cream.
I like ice cream. Don't tell.
Epstein didn't kill himself.
Wait, what'd you say? What?
Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
Or you just start saying secrets like, the balloon was from Russia, not China.
Kennedy Jr. is still alive.
Who?
John F. Kennedy Jr.
John F. Kennedy. Yeah. John F. Kennedy's assassination was a hoax. All right. Hey, they didn't actually land on the moon. They landed on Mars.
He landed on Mars. That's a good conspiracy theory. The moon landing's a hoax, dude. You can totally tell it's Mars. Like they did something way harder.
Well, yeah, and they're also saying, it's not, Mars is not even red, it's white. You just start feeding them a lot of misinformation. This is what you say. They go, hey, kid, you want to hear a secret? Don't tell your parents. Hey, listen, Trump actually won the election in 2020. Biden lost. Don't tell your parents. Actually, maybe what would be funny is if
tell
maybe
your parents.
Oh, how about this? Only tell one of your parents, but only the good one. Only tell the good parent. Or maybe you make it audible that you're saying that stuff. Maybe the parents will, hey, you want to hear a secret, little boy? Okay, don't tell your parents, but Trump won the election. And then, make sure that the parent heard that. And then the parent hopefully will say, well, that'd be funny if it backfired though. The parent was saying, hey, I heard you telling that secret to my kid. I agree with you actually. Here's a pamphlet for we're having a meeting actually later tonight. Here's a pamphlet and it's a and if you have any, robes and hoods, you might want to bring those along with you.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just kidding.
Robes and
it's kind of it's bring your own hood night. So anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Well, what I was saying earlier is there's something about going audio only that's, I don't know, it's more inspiring.
Liberating.
I'm not looking at a screen of my face, and I feel more free.
Right. I could see that being more limited. I actually hear you on that. One time I did a Zoom comedy show, and my power went out, which meant my internet went out, but my phone line, because I have a landline, still worked. So what I did was I called in like you are actually to the Zoom show. And I had a great set, just audio only, and it was really cool. It was kind of like I was just talking on the phone doing it. It was cool.
Yeah, makes me want to go back to the audio only podcast.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I think what you're also liking is I think you're liking being on the phone though too. You know what I mean? Where you're kind of. I mean, because by the way, you sound, very phone-like right now. You sound like a caller calling in or something,
Well, it's not about that. We can figure that out. I'm just saying.
Well, I think you feel liberated because you feel like you're not. Yeah.
I'm really comfortable too. I'm laying on my couch, kind of like in a really relaxed position.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we'll figure. We'll consider that in the future.
Well, maybe you're making me kind of want to call in because I could call in too, and then I would still be recording here, and I could actually call in right now, and it would sound like, and then I'll get on the phone too. Wait, should we just do that for
Well-
a second? I'm just kind of curious about that. Should we do that for a second?
If you want to, but
Might be
you know,
kind
I
of
don't-
interesting and kind of funny. Let me just try it real quick. I'm just kind of curious because it might be kind of funny. It might just sound it might sound like we're just doing this interesting phone call. It's actually kind of a cool way an easy way that is to record your phone calls with somebody, you know. Let's just see what this is like for a second. I'm just going to call the number right now and see if this works. Oh, I can't. Never mind. I there's a reason that I can't. I mean, I could. Well, actually, I could actually. Hold on.
Is it worth it?
It might not be worth it. Sorry, it might not be worth it. But I could. But it could be interesting. Okay. Well, maybe not. Maybe when we go unzipped, you know. But anyway, speaking of calling, I do have a lot of voice messages here. That we haven't looked at in a while here, you know.
Let's play one. And do you know the number offhand? You should let the listeners know.
Yeah, it's 213-207-6952.
Cool.
If you want to call and leave a message about something that you want us to talk about or whatever.
Yeah, we pretty much.
Pretty
Let's
much
hear one.
what? Say that again.
Pretty much.
Oh, you're breaking up, actually.
I walked into a different part of my house because I heard a weird sound.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, things are going weird around here, man. It was like this sound is like.
Oh my. What
Yeah.
the? What?
Dude, actually, wait. I thought the power was out too. No, the power isn't out.
Wait a second.
it's-
Was that sound a mechanical sound or an animalistic sound?
It's either like the wind, you know, like just making. You can hear it. I doubt it's an animal. It would be like as if there's a cow nearby or something. Anyway, let's get back to the show.
Okay, you broke up, by the way, when you went to that other spot, but here is a message here. This is
Okay.
Okay, hold on. I got to share this. Hold on. This is kind of interesting. I wonder how this is going to sound. I wonder if how you'll hear this. That is. Okay, well, let's see how it goes.
Hey, Doug and Brant. It's just a short little thing. So I guess this is something for you to chew on, see if there's something you can get out of it. But I was just kind of laughing to myself because I had used the phrase when writing to somebody, "if you will," is the phrase, like it's like this, "if you will," and then the Cambridge Dictionary, I just looked it up just to get a proper definition, and the phrase is, it's quote, to use to say a particular expression is one way of saying something, especially to suggest that some people may not choose to say it that way. You've both heard it, if you will. But what I was thinking of is what would it entail if you changed that to "if you won't"? Like, how would that entail, like, what you're trying to communicate to somebody? Be like, it's like this, if you won't, something like that. Hope that makes sense. It's just, I also realized, like, is this a Doug Pound joke already somehow? I don't know. Maybe if I had heard this previously, you can disregard. But anyway, that's it. Love you guys. All the best from Ian in Seattle. Take care.
That's a funny idea.
I get it. It's like saying, say there's a bunch of. I'm trying to think. Say you have a big pile of chocolate bars on your table. You could say, it's a mountain of chocolate, if you will. That's not a great example, but something like that. So he's saying, if you won't, that's kind of good because it just derails the conversation completely. It's like, like what would be? There's no point of saying that.
Right.
It just adds chaos to a conversation, sort of.
Right.
I want to hear a classic, if you will, in a sentence.
Well, you can stay all weekend if. Well, no. Almost like it's a home away from home, if you will, or what if you won't.
Well, I looked it up. Here's one example. I did very well in school with a genius IQ, if you will. That's one example.
If you won't.
Consider if you will. How about consider if you will, like at the top of, it's almost like Unsolved Mysteries or something. Consider if you will, or like Twilight Zone.
Yes.
Maybe it's for people that don't. Okay, if somebody doesn't want to watch Twilight Zone,
right,
and they're being forced to, and he's like, consider if you won't that some alien creatures landed.
Or I guess maybe it's more like, don't consider if you won't, but consider if you will. It's like,
right.
Yeah.
Don't consider if you.
It's like this. Do not consider if you won't, or consider if you will, that aliens might have visited our planet once.
Don't consider if you won't. No, but just try it as consider if you won't.
Consider if you won't that we live in a world where people are disconnected. If you won't. You still there?
Yeah. Okay. It could be like this. Being in an airplane is like sitting in a chair in the sky, if you will, or swimming in the ocean, if you won't. It's adding the opposite to you will.
Right. It's like sitting in an airplane, if you will, or swimming in the ocean, if you won't.
If you won't, if you're not interested in considering this at all.
Yeah. There's creative ways you can start using if you won't. You start coming up with another option.
Riding a bicycle is like gliding across the sidewalk, if you will, or having your face scraped against the bottom of a tractor, if you won't. It could be kind of like anything else.
It's almost like your own private Idaho, if you will, or your own public Missouri, if you won't. I don't know, whatever that means. Public Missouri,
yeah.
Public Missouri, public Wisconsin, if you won't.
Having a smartphone in your pocket is like having all the information in the world. It's like having an encyclopedia at your fingertips, if you will, or being I don't know what would be the opposite of that.
Well, I don't. You know what's funny is you don't even need it.
Or being a total numbskull who doesn't know shit, if you won't.
Or being a total dummy if you won't.
Or being a total uninformed dolt, if you won't.
Or actually, it's like having an encyclopedia, a mini encyclopedia, or actually a huge encyclopedia at your fingertips, if you will. Or it's like telling kids secrets at the playground, if you won't.
Or telling unruly kids at the restaurant secrets, if you won't. That's like a real British kind of joke. It's like something you hear on like Look Around You or like Brass Eye or something.
Right. I hear that. It's very, yeah, you're right. It is. And it is.
Well, great caller. That was excellent.
That was Ian from Seattle, if you will. Or it was, or if it was Mark from California, if you won't.
Exactly. Well, no, I mean, it doesn't. If you will part, that's not really how you use if you will, but I like that.
By the way, I had some acapella things lined up. If you're interested, I don't know.
I don't. Since we're on the phone, let's just do another voicemail. Maybe let's just keep
Okay,
these
but
going.
do you want me to just hear the ones I had picked out for maybe another episode, or
If you will.
I just want to see how you would react to these ideas as acapellas.
Okay, hit him.
Four non-blondes, what's up?
100%, dude.
That might be pretty funny, you know. So that was one of them. And I think it'd be kind of fun to analyze the lyrics to that too. But then I was thinking of "View to a Kill" by Duran Duran, maybe.
I could check it out. I'm open.
I was thinking "Seal," either "Kiss from a Rose" or "Crazy," and that's it.
Yeah.
Those are my options. I think the Four Non-Blondes one would be really funny, though. I think that would be, we'd probably get a lot of
one. Yeah, I mean, that's an absolute, for sure.
Get a lot of mileage off of
the other ones I'd have to, do a little research. And I don't know how Seal is just got a great voice. And I don't know how.
No, Seal's awesome.
It's not inherently goofy the way What's Up is, but.
Seal's awesome.
I'm not saying he's not awesome. I'm saying he's like almost too good to like analyze in a fun way. It's like
I hear that. I hear that, and I know what you mean. But Crazy might be kind of fun. No,
Crazy,
look,
Rose maybe not as much. Crazy, yeah.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Getting to know yourself can be a lifelong process, especially because we're always growing and changing. Therapy is all about deepening your self-awareness and understanding, because sometimes we don't know what we want or why we react the way we do until we talk through things. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who can take you on that journey of self-discovery from wherever you are. In fact, I've recently learned that I need to work on setting boundaries, and I'm a bit of a people pleaser, so I'm learning how to be more assertive and say no when I need to. And I learned that through BetterHelp. If you are thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/poundcast today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/poundcast.
Okay. Listening to another voicemail. Here we go. And action.
Hello, Doug and Brent. This is Sean McNulty from Minneapolis. My question is this. Who do you prefer, Paula Abdul or MC Skat Cat? And if so, why? Also, Doug, here's a drop for you. I'm blue and dapple dee bop and dapple dee bop and blop and dap and scream out a scrams.
What's that from again? What was that song just now that he sang?
That's called "I'm Blue" by Eiffel 65, of course.
Yeah, I've heard that before. And did he? Was that the actual sample, or was he just singing that?
Yeah, that was him. He was putting his own spin on it. That was his. Okay, so to answer the question, I'm gonna go. I got to go Paula Abdul because childhood crush, and MC Skat Cat. He's not. I don't even remember. I barely remember like what he even does. Like what is his verse or anything? I don't even know.
Well, I know verse there? I know the verse to the song "Opposites Attract." It goes something like nothing in common, it ain't trust, or something like that. I'm like a minus, she's like a plus. One going up and one going down, or something coming down, but they seem to land on common ground. If things go wrong, we make corrections to keep things moving in the right directions. I try to fight it when I'm telling you, or don't try to fight it when I'm telling you, Jack, it's useless. Opposites attract, or something like that.
Well, I'm sticking to my answer. I'm going Paula Abdul. I wonder who sang that. Let's look it up. I'm going to look it up right now. Plus, this cat likes to scat, or does this cat like, feces?
Right,
That'd be
exactly.
spelled like SCAT.
Right, but you know what's also interesting is his name is MC Skat Cat, but he doesn't do any scat singing, really. I mean, there's no. He just
Right?
he raps. I mean, even poo jokes aside, I mean, he's not really scat singing. So what's up with that?
So MC Skat Cat was created by Michael Patterson and performed by the wild pair duo of Bruce DeShazer and Marv Gunn. So 2 people performed that. Skat Cat isn't even one person. So if you did pick Skat Cat, it's kind of a 2-for-1 deal.
Yeah, right. Now, did MC Skat Cat appear on anything else besides Opposites Attract?
See here.
And furthermore,
I think it's just Opposites Attract. One song, that's it. If you pick, if you go Paula, you're getting a whole catalog of music and
right.
a whole. She's probably in movies and she's in TV shows. You get a lot more. You get a lot more for your buck.
I think I understand why there's 2 people who do Skat Cat is because one is the rapper probably and the other one is the singer because he sings and raps on it.
Oh wait, check this out. MC Skat Cat also featured in Yakety Yak, Take It Back, an all-star public service music video produced by Warner Brothers in 1991 for the Take It Back Foundation. Let's see what that's about.
Okay.
It's cut.
My other question would be, when Paula Abdul performed Opposites Attract live, what was going on there? Was it did MC Skat Cat kind of show up like one of those Disneyland mascot characters?
Or was she dancing along with somebody with like one of those green screen suits on, or was she just dancing with like just nobody, like pretending somebody's there?
Or was it did they just project a video of the cartoon on a screen or something? Or did Skat Cat kind of morph into a human man? You know what I mean? So that they could just do the live performances,
Right.
Or
good question. Like if when she's performing live, is that your question? Like when she's doing a concert?
I want to look that up. I'm kind of really curious.
Maybe somebody. I assume there's just a hired gun singer, or like maybe on the projector you see him up there and he's baked into the recording.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! I just looked it up. That is so funny. It's one of the first options I said, which is it's a guy that it's like a Disneyland mascot kind of person. He's wearing a full kind of animal suit thing, a cartoon animal suit. Yeah. I'm going to share my screen just for a second here. Oh, hold on a second. Yeah.
Well, okay, that won't be. That'll be for the.
I know you won't see it, but I'll just show it to the people, I guess. It's a screenshot of what this looked like, and that is so funny because I kind of thought that would be kind of ridiculous if that's what it was, but it is. Actually, I can't share this. Well, all right, I can actually. Hold on. No, hold on. Oh, whoops. It's not really probably worth it to you for me to do this because, well, anyway, just real quick for the people who are curious, this is what it looks like right here. So it's just basically it's the cartoon. I'll describe it to you, Doug. It's what the cartoon looks like, but it's just fully, a costume. I mean, he's got the suspenders and the pants that kind of look almost like Mickey Mouse pants in a way. And anyway, that's interesting. I'm not sharing it anymore, but that's interesting. I had no idea that they had a Disneyland-esque kind of component to her live show. Anyway, wow. I actually did like that. I did like that music video because of the animation and stuff, but
wait a second. MC Skat Cat has a solo album And also, by the way, that it is kind of misleading here on Wikipedia. Somebody named Derek Stevens performed the rap. So I don't know what's going on here, but apparently there is a solo album from MC Skat Kat,
Oh.
The Adventures of MC Skat Kat and the Stray Mob, 1991.
Oh, I didn't know
About
that. Okay, so Skat Kat. Okay, so I guess
Song called Skat Strut, Brent. It's called Skat Strut. And that's a Skat Kat single, apparently, from MC Skat Kat.
Okay, so I guess that means. Now, my question is: was Skat Kat created, or just Skat for short? Was Skat created for, Abdul's purposes, or was Skat created for independent of Abdul, and just created, and then they created this character, and they thought, oh well, let's call Abdul and see if she's interested. Yeah,
Right.
So I'm just wondering about that, but anyway, Abdul, I would say, yeah, I don't know who I'd pick between the two of them. I mean, they're both great,
And it looks like MC Skat Kat, the Skat Strut, is featuring Paula Abdul. The tables have turned on that one. That's interesting.
Wait, what? Oh, interesting. Oh, she appeared on one of his songs she appears on Skat Strut.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here.
Did not know that. I didn't know that Skat had his own. I didn't know he had his own career. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, look, we should probably. Why don't we just wrap it up right now?
Okay.
You really learned something new on this episode. That Skat had his own career. That's interesting.
Yeah, I wish my service isn't good enough. I wanted to watch this video, but anyway, I'm gonna check that out later. Maybe in a future episode when my Wi-Fi is working and we're not living in the weird apocalypse where it's raining and the wind and trees are falling everywhere and the internet's out. Once everything gets back.
My visual looks interesting too because, we started, it was still daylight out, but I had a lamp on, and then now all the lights are off except for this lamp, and so it looks very, kind of, I don't know, ghost story-esque in a way.
Here in complete darkness because we started before the sunset, and then I didn't have any lights on. Now I just turned the lamp on. But anyway, let's wrap it up. I want to give a big thank you to our Poundcast crew, Jack Birch, L.Bircho. Wait, no, that's not his. I don't know what is his Instagram handle now.
Sweetjack.com.
Sweetjack.com. Thank you to Jack Birch. And thank you to. You're supposed to finish my sentence, Brent.
And Daniel Avila.
Daniel Avila.
Sorry, I was just writing down the notes for Jack just now about just some. I was just thinking of some things I need to tell him.
Yeah. Well, Jack is going to be doing a lot of cutting around on this episode because of the technical problems. Thank you, Jack. And if you want to watch this episode, even though half of it is not really video, the rest of them are all fine. This one's just has some technical problems. If you want to watch these episodes, youtube.com/thepoundcast. We're on social media, The Poundcast. And if you want to support us and keep listening to this episode, we do unzipped. Unzips are when we go unzipped. And
we got some more.
That is on patreon.com/poundcast.
We got more voice messages and everything.
We got more voice messages, and we got more problems and annoyances to fix, and we're going to get into that right now on Unzipped.
But by the way,
you can listen is by going to patreon.com/poundcast.
By the way, I just want to say to Sean, that was a nice and clear, loud message. That was a nice and clear, loud message. I could hear that very easily.
You know what? Me too. I'm going to give Sean a shout out because some of these voice messages they sound like this.
I was just calling in from St. Louis, and I was
You know what I mean? He was bold and loud, and I liked it.
Yeah, it was very audible.
Yeah. All right, let's go on Zip, Brent.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Patreon.com/Poundcast. Bye-bye.
Doug and Brent, talking to each other. Doug and Brent, what will they talk about today? Doug and Brent are talking to some pimples. Doug and Brent will talk to their friends. And Doug and Brent talking on the Poundcast.